Hi, I'm Jill. Thanks for joining me today. In this video, you will learn how to start around with both a magic ring, which is also known as the magic circle, and the chain method. Either of these can be used to start any crochet project that requires you to work in the round, such as hats, granny squares, and amigurumi. We will start off with the magic ring, which some crocheters prefer as it enables the project to be started without a noticeable hole in the middle. It's basically a slip knot with a ring of yarn underneath, which is then crocheted into. With a little practice and following the correct technique, it's definitely a great way to start a round. Also, hang around for the chain method tutorial, as I will show you how to do it both keeping the hole in the middle and also closing the hole. And throughout, I'll be showing you the tips and tricks you need to be successful. So today you'll need some yarn, a crochet hook, and a stitch marker. Okay, so take your yarn, put your 2 fingers out like that. Drape the front of the yarn over the front of your fingers with the tail end at the front. Make sure you put the tail end at the front. If you drape it over like that and the tail end is at the back, it's not going to work. So the first tip is drape your yarn with the yarn end at the front. Now take the working yarn, make a cross like that. You can see there's a cross. Let the yarn fall down behind your fingers and then just rest it in between your little finger and your ring finger right there. Take your hook, insert it under the right side of the cross, turn it, grab the left side of the cross, pull it through and then twist it. So you've got a loop on your hook. Now turn your hand slightly and this piece of yarn here, insert your hook underneath, pull it through this loop here. So you can see here, I'm trying to pull this through the loop on the hook, but it's too tight. And I think this is where a lot of people get stuck and they just say, I can't do this, it's too hard. I don't want to do this magic ring. So what I do is I just let go a little bit of everything and make it a little bit looser. Pull up a little bit so you've got more of a loop on the hook. Then pull it through like that. You can see I've got it now. So let go of the ring like that. And there is your magic ring. So you can see that the tail end is here, so we need to just get that out of the ring. The working yarn, pull it a little bit so the loop on the hook's a little bit tighter. So that's the ring. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do 6 single crochets into this ring. And we're going to be crocheting over the ring and the tail end together. So I'm going to just start with my first single crochet and I'm going to give you another tip. So here we go. That's one. That's one single crochet. So you're going to go around and do 6 single crochets in this ring. And when you finish, you're going to slip stitch to your first single crochet to make a round. Finding that first single crochet can be difficult, especially when you're a new crocheter. So what we're going to do is get your stitch marker and you can see your first single crochet. You can see the V there. That's how you identify it. Put your marker in there like that. So when we go round to join them together, we're going to know exactly where our single crochet is. Okay, so we're going to keep going until we've got 6 single crochets. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so now I'm just going to look at all of our single crochets. Try and get them so they're in a line. what we're going to do now is we're going to find the tail end, which is there, and we're going to pull it. So just gently pull it, pull, keep pulling, and you can see that it's all gone into a round. Look at that. It's great, isn't it? So, okay, you can see that's in the round. Now, you can see there's a little bit of a hole in the middle. If you want to completely get rid of that, just keep pulling on the tail end, and that will make it tighter and tighter till there's like nothing there. Okay, so now to finish our circle, we're going to slip stitch into this first single crochet that we did, and we can tell exactly where that is because we have our stitch marker there. So you can see where it is. If you haven't done a slip stitch before, I do have a whole tutorial on that. I'll link that in the description for you. So just remove the stitch marker, insert your hook into that first single crochet, yarn over, pull through, and then pull through that other loop on your hook. And that is your first round, joined with a slip stitch. Okay, so now we're on to the chain method. Unlike the magic ring, the chain method will leave a hole in the middle. This is fine for some projects. However, if you prefer to not have a visible hole, I'll show you how to make that happen. And I'll be giving you tips and tricks throughout to make sure that you are successful. Okay, so we'll start with a slip knot. I want to leave a bit of a tail because we're going to need it later. So start with the slip knot. Now we're going to do 4 chains. So that's 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to slip stitch into the first chain. So that will be the one next to the knot. So just insert your hook to the top loop, yarn over, pull through, and pull that loop through the loop on your hook. If you don't know how to slip stitch, I did just show you that. If you wanted a more in-depth version of how to slip stitch and other uses for it, I have a tutorial for that I'll link in the description. So now if you have a look at your work there, you pull it apart, you can see that hole right at the bottom there, that's where we're going to be crocheting 8 single crochets into. So just leave your finger there, and I want you to chain 1 and then just commence with the first single crochet. So that's 1. So I'm just going to stop there because I want to show you a tip, which is, this is our first single crochet, and when we come around and we're around the other side, I want to slip stitch again back into that single crochet to join the round, and I want to be able to see where it is easily. So if you can see the V there, that's the single crochet. I'm just going to put the stitch marker in there, and then we'll continue round. You can single crochet over your tail here if you want, but you don't have to. So we're up to number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so now to join our round, I'm going to slip stitch into the first single crochet, which I've got marked there. So I'm going to take out the marker, insert my hook, yarn over, pull through, pull that loop through this first loop. Okay, so there we go. That's our first round. Okay, so now I'm just going to cut our working yarn. Normally we wouldn't do this because we would need it because we're going to keep going around and around, but I'm going to cut it for the sake of showing you how to close this hole. Okay, so you can see there's a nice hole there. It's fine if you want to keep it there, you keep it there, if that suits your project. But I just wanted to show you, if you wanted to, how you could close it off. So this is when we're going to need to grab our tapestry needle. We're going to thread it with the yarn. And we're going to start going around, and we're going to thread the yarn all the way through till we get back to where we started. Okay, I think that's just about where we started. So now, all you need to do to close the hole is to give it a little pull. I might actually go around a little bit more because I'm not sure that I went all the way around. Okay, give it a bit more of a pull. There we go. I hadn't gone all the way around, that's why it didn't close completely. Okay, there you go. You can see that that hole has disappeared. So you've got something that really resembles a round that you would make with a magic ring. Okay, so just to finish that off and make sure it's nice and secure, we'll just keep going around. One more time. And then we'll tie off. Okay, there we go. Just going to snip that. There you go. There's a nice round with no hole in the middle. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you appreciate this tutorial, please give it an up thumb and subscribe to my channel where I have lots more Learn to Crochet tutorials. I'd love to hear in the comments how you went with starting your round with the chain method. Thanks for joining. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.